Hard time to believe a very educated, a very attractive woman out of 41 years have not met Mr. Right. Mm-hmm. That's enough time to find a lot of things out.
I bet.
And yet, no kids, single. I'm not, but I am saying, are women's expectations unrealistic?
No, I'm gonna say, like I said on Nick, the question shouldn't be why isn't a woman of age, of success, of a certain caliber not married with kids? The question should be, why are people rushing to the altar just to become divorcees or baby mamas and baby daddies? I think if anything, we need to be teaching our society, take your time, young man or young woman, so that you can get to know not just this person, but yourself first, so that you can choose a life partner, not that that person isn't exempt to divorce, instead of rushing to the altar just to become a divorcee or a baby mama and have multiple kids by multiple women, just to say you have broken families everywhere. I don't see no benefit in that.
Drinking and driving is a decision that could change.
Well, for himself, take your time. You don't need to rush to an altar just to divorce this woman. And another thing is people who actually feel high valued within themselves, not financially, internally they feel high valued. They are not rushing to have a wife or a husband at the expense of divorce just to feel like they've added value to themselves. Because it's a deficit if you're marrying for the wrong purposes. It is an asset if you're marrying from a place of creating a family, of creating stability, of raising kids who can see this thing move and this house not be homeless, but this house have wealth in it, the real wealth that actually sustains. And so for me, I'd rather take my time choosing than end up doing time because I'm making wrong decisions. I'm good.
Say less. Next question. How young are you willing to go?
Ooh, I love that.
Uh-oh.
She sounds as silly as he does.
Word salad.
How long do it take? How long does it take?
Everybody's not rushing to the altar.
I get that. I'm just saying, you saying she.
And also, some people have already been there. I've been there and done that. So, you know, after you've been there and done that, it ain't like something that you run into
It's
real
11
fast
o'clock
right
on the
away.
dot. Scary hours.
That wasn't the argument. That wasn't what she
11
said.
o'clock on the
She
dot.
said, I've been there, done that, and I don't want to do it. She said,
No, you was talking about just people not being married, not wanting to get married. There's a lot of reasons.
Before you jumped in, you got to calm down. I didn't even finish my statement. I'm simply asking for a person that's 41 years old, and you're saying, hey, people are not rushing. I get that. I wholeheartedly agree with not rushing. But 21 years? That's well beyond not rushing.
Well, here's the thing. She's a doctor, right? Hello? Yes? So that seems like she spent a lot of time in school. Correct? So she probably wasn't in the dating field as early as some other people. She might be.
Yes, because I'm definitely glad I made my mistake when I was 26. I'm glad I was young when I did it.
4 times.
Okay.
She was engaged 4 times.
Okay.
So check it out, right? All right. And can I go? Am I going?
Yeah, you're going now.
Because she did. So look, she did a whole lot of word salad and mumbo jumbo trying to explain away why she couldn't lock in early, right? And to your point, Kelly, yes, she probably was in school, and that's what I tell women a lot of times. You focus on the wrong thing first, and now you know what I'm saying, you're in a situation where
what's the wrong thing? School? Is school the wrong thing?
Can we let him finish his whole statement?
If that's where you're putting all your attention, yes. If that's where you're putting all your attention, because you'll be 41 and trying to explain why you feel like you still waiting for marriage.
But she wanted
instead of just coming out and saying, you know what? I mean, you can get an education, but you can get a man too. It's prioritized.
But how do you know that was the focus of her life?
Oh my goodness.
Well, she had
she had
4. Listen. She had 4 proposals. which means to me there is something wrong with you. Why you out here giving relationship advice? Out of those, you didn't have 4 relationships that got to the point where a man wanted to make you his wife, and your whole thing was you weren't ready yet. Now who's the one that needs a relationship counselor? Because
why couldn't it be something wrong with the 4 men?
Right, because she's not the common denominator with those 4 men.
I'm just saying, why couldn't it have been that?
Accountability for people. I'm saying, if I go to school, right, and I'm the only one going to school, and I fail 4 tests, you're not gonna say what's wrong with this test.
Who said she failed? She got the ring, so did she really fail?
No, you didn't, because you didn't get married.
Who said that was the end all be all for her?
We don't count rings. We count marriages.
Well, she didn't ask them to marry her. They asked to marry her.
Oh my goodness.
So the men, so it's probably, so I think I get what she's saying. She's saying the men failed, not her.
I'm just
saying failed to influence her to want to make the decision.
You know what's funny? We know the reason why. We know the reason why Cam Newton ain't marrying none of those women. We know it.
He got his kids already.
No, it ain't that. It is not that. He got 75 to 100 million reasons why he's not marrying any of those women.
Facts.
It's as simple as that. He got 75 to 100 million reasons why he's deciding not to marry all of those women. Let's keep it a bean. For his first 5 kids, he pays $7,500 a month in child support. First 5. That is way cheaper than going through a divorce and losing half. A lot of those men, let's keep it a bean. For celebrities, this is why we shouldn't even look to celebrity relationships as a barometer for what we should be doing, because they have different rules and different standards. But let's look at this from his standpoint. It's a whole lot cheaper to make kids than it is to marry a woman at that stage in their life.
Yeah, well, we know that.
Woo! So at that moment, just like you just sat here and said, hey, she has her reasons for why she didn't want to. She was a doctor. She was going to school. She prioritized this. He prioritizes money over marrying these women. And let's keep it at that. She has her reasons why she ain't getting married. He has his reasons why he ain't getting married. He don't care about the kids. He's not complaining about his kids. He ain't came up here and told us that his kids are wilding. He ain't came up here and told us that he tried a child support. He ain't told us none of that. He's completely okay with the situation he has, just like she's completely okay with being 41, single, a doctor, doing her damn thing. At this point, it is what it is.
So where's the problem here?
There ain't no problem. Both of them communicated that they had fears that they can't get over, which is preventing them to get married. Hers is the fear of getting divorced because she didn't vet right, and she want to take her time to do it right. His fear, maybe what Sweeney said, he got $75 to $100 million, and he don't want to. His resources is valuable to him to the point where he don't think it's worth risking to go into a marriage, or he don't have the education on how to protect himself going into marriage with that kind of money.
Or maybe he just doesn't value marriage.
No, he said that he fears marriage more than he loves. He fears divorce more than he loves marriage. Why would any man at his level say, I fear divorce more than I love marriage? Because of the reasons that these men have been laying out for decades. I ain't trying to lose my shit. That's what's up?
I answered this question early in the beginning when I said about the polygamy and they need to change the divorce law so he don't lose half. I literally answered this whole conversation early in the conversation.
But you'd rather lose it in child support?
That's what I was gonna say. What about
child support? Child support don't take as much as a marriage would from him. He's not going to lose $70 million in child support, but he will lose $70 million in marriage divorce.
Right, but he has more than one child, so we're talking about child support times 8.
That still don't equate to losing half of his.
It's not going to be half. You know what I'm saying?
Remember what I just told you. For 5 kids, he pays $7,500 a month. You do the math over 18 years.
And that's just child support. That doesn't mean that he's not taking care of other things financially. So there's still a financial obligation.
And then also, you also have to think of it from a man's perspective, because how these men think of it, especially these men with money, they look at it as taking care of their kids. They don't care. That money's going towards my kid. I'm taking care of my child. That's how much I would spend on my kid if he was with me. I don't care about shelling out this money. he doesn't complain about child support. He's cool with it. But he just said, I fear divorce. There's only one reason why a man will fear divorce at his level.
And you think it's all financial?
More than likely, yes.
More than likely. What else does he have to lose? He can break up with a woman.
I think he loved women. He's proven that he liked women. He liked children. It's just the resources. We live in a society where a man is not really protected as much whenever it comes to his resources. So that's why you got kind of men that are more skeptical taking that leap. It's really difficult to do. Seeing time and time again, men get buried for going and taking a risk. So what do? You still want to have your children. You still want to continue your bloodline and your legacy.
Right.
You still got to be able to do that.
Does he love what they can do for him?
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't really matter.
I mean,
what did she say?
That's pretty much the same thing to us.
Does he love women, or does he love what a woman can do for him?
Yeah, I would say both of them. I would say he loved women. He also loved what a woman can do for a man, and that's
produce children,
cater to him and bring his children in the world and nurture them.
Well, for the most part, men want
can
children and women want marriage. So once you give them the children, there's nothing else to get. Like, you're done. So
and he does.
Why buy the cow?
A lot of men don't look